This is the Rove R2 4K dash cam, and here's everything you should know about it.
So before I get to testing this out, I'm going to do a quick unboxing, and taking a look at the box, it's going to be pretty interestingly shaped. There's going to be a bunch of little icons all over the box, and this is basically going to go ahead and show you what kind of features it has. So the first thing in the box is going to be this instruction booklet, and there's going to be a few papers underneath that. Now we're going to have two sections, and on the right side there's going to be this long box with a lot of different icons, which basically tells us what's inside. So in this first baggie there's going to be 5 cable clips and 1 spare sticker for the mount. This is going to be the sticky mount. Then we have the wire trim tool, the dual USB car fast charger, 2 cables which include the 12-foot USB-C cable, and the 2.5-foot data cable. We got the suction mount, and finally 2 wet cleaning wipes. And now on the other side we're going to have the dash cam itself, which is going to be caressed in between these 2 foam pieces, just how I like it. There's going to be this protective sticker on the screen with a bunch of information and also some contact info on the upper right corner. When we take a look at the camera, it's going to have a wide 150 degrees viewing angle. It's also going to have Ultra HD 4K that's able to record up to 3840 by 2160 at 30 frames per second. And it also has built-in Wi-Fi 6 that lets you see footage on the Rove app, which I'll test out shortly. Now taking a look at the front, we're going to have a 2.4-inch IPS screen that thankfully isn't touchscreen. We're actually going to have physical buttons. The menu button's going to go ahead and control the menu, the mode, the back. We're going to have this arrow pointed upwards that lets you scroll up or lets you mute when it's recording. We're going to have this hazard light indicator in the center that's an emergency lock or Wi-Fi. We're going to have this arrow pointed downwards that lets you scroll down or turn off the LCD. And finally, we're going to have the OK button that's OK or confirm. Now, taking a look at the top, we're going to have built-in GPS. In the center, we're going to have this mounting bracket. And finally, the TV out. Now, on the side, we're going to have the USB Type-C port. And on the right, we're going to have the logo Rove R2-4K. Now, at the bottom, there's going to be these 2 speakers. And on the left side, we're going to have a small button that's going to be for reset. And on the right is going to be the microphone. And in the center, there's going to be more info on the dash cam stating the model number and serial number. And then finally we have the power button and a slot for a micro SD card that lets us fit up to class 10, speed U3 up to 512 gigabytes. So I went ahead and grabbed the micro SD card, I went ahead and inserted it in, and I plugged in the USB-C cable, and after a few seconds, here's what happened.
Please format the memory card before first-time use.
So I went ahead and clicked OK.
Format successful. Recording started.
And it immediately started recording after I hit next. And here's what the footage looks like.
Recording started.
And after hitting OK again,
Recording stopped. Video settings.
so the menu is going to have 2 different tabs, and this is going to be the first tab for video settings, and here's all the stuff that's included in it. There's going to be 4 resolutions, 4K and 2K at 30 FPS, Full HD at 60 FPS, and Full HD at 30 FPS. We're going to have loop recording, which if turned off, 4 GB is the max capacity it'll go ahead and do. Then there's 1 minute, which is default, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes. We're going to have video recording G-sensor, which gives us options from 0 all the way to 9. There's wide dynamic range, which is going to go ahead and improve image quality, and I'll leave that on. There's an option to change the exposure. We can also set the dashcam to time-lapse record at 4, 2, or 1 frames per second. You can change the video compression to H.265 or H.264. There's also 24-hour auto parking mode, but the dashcam does need to be hardwired. It also has a G sensor that'll detect collisions, and you can go ahead and change the sensitivity for it. Audio recording can also be turned off, and you can also change the stamps that show up on the dashcam footage. Speed unit can be changed. The icons can also be hidden so the screen is free of clutter. The live speed and compass can be turned on and off depending on if you want to see it on your screen or not. And finally, the video can be rotated if the dashcam is installed upside down. And now clicking menu again will get me to
System settings.
And here Wi-Fi can be turned on to access the Rove app, which I'll do shortly. The micro SD card can be formatted. The date and time can be set. The format of the date can be adjusted. The time can be formatted. The time zone can be set. Here you can choose when the screensaver will appear. The screen brightness can be adjusted. The beep sound can be turned on or off. The speaker volume can be increased or decreased. Voice guidance can be turned off here. The boot up chime can be turned on or off. Here the TV mode settings can be set. You can set your license plate here. The frequency can be adjusted. GPS info is displayed here. The GPS format can be changed. The LED status indicator light can be turned on or off. Here you can see the storage capacity. Default settings can be restored. Here's customer service info. Leave legal info, and finally system info that shows the model number and the serial number.
So here's the suction cup that goes on the windshield, and this part just comes right off. So instead of it having like a clip to go ahead and activate the suction, all I have to do is just go ahead and rotate this clockwise, and it goes ahead and tightens it. So here you can kind of see how it goes in and out. And it also has this knob here, so when I go ahead and loosen it, I can go ahead and rotate this arm to go ahead and put the camera at a different angle. And as you hear, it does have teeth in here, so it grinds a lot. And when I go ahead and tighten it, it's gonna be nice and secure, and it's not gonna go ahead and move anytime soon. And right over here, it's gonna have this slit that the cam just goes ahead and slides right onto, just like so, and it's gonna go from either side like this, or on the other side like so. And there's gonna be nothing that really holds it in place, so there's no button, nothing. It's just gonna be just by friction, so the only way to remove it is just pulling it out, just like so. All right, this can go right over here and just lock it in place. There, this can slide easily just like so. And I can also go ahead and rotate it or move it up and down to change the angle.
And when you want to take a photo, just go ahead and press the power button and cheese. And here's what it sounds like when the microphone is turned off.
Audio recording off.
And then you could see the little icon showed up right there. And when I turn it on,
Audio recording on.
it goes ahead and disappears. All right, so now it's time to mess with the Rove Dashcam app. So I went ahead and downloaded it. I'll go ahead and press allow. And then right here it says Wi-Fi range. The Wi-Fi of the Dashcam is about 10 meters. Make sure you stay within the range to stay connected with the Wi-Fi. I understand. Don't interact or change settings of the Rove R2 model directly while using the Rove app. Operations of either the Rove app or the Dashcam one at a time. Okay, I understand. So I'm just going to go ahead and sign up real quick. Choose allow when prompted. Okay. Allow. Allow. Turn on the Wi-Fi from the Dashcam. Alright, so let me go ahead and turn on the Wi-Fi. So I'll go to menu. Menu. Scroll down. Wi-Fi. I'll leave it always on. And there, now it's on. And now let me just go ahead and go to Wi-Fi on my phone. And there, I found it. And then just put the password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then join. So now I can press I understand. And I have the Rove R2 4K. And there, so now it's connected. So now when I go ahead and move the cam, it's going to go ahead and have live footage. And here you can go ahead and see me. You can see everything else. You can see my phone as well too. Inception. And as far as live feed goes, this is actually pretty good. There's like a slight delay that I'm seeing, but it's nothing too bad. And as far as picture quality goes, it looks really nice. And here you can kind of see, and of course, because it does have that 150-degree wide angle lens, you're going to see me a little bit wider than normal. And I can also go ahead and press this button here to go for full screen. And here you can go ahead and see how it looks like. And as you can see, the video is still being recorded. And right here, I can go ahead and mute. So right now, no audio is being recorded. And now it's not muted anymore. Audio is being recorded. And this is going to be at 4K at 3840 by 2160 at 30 FPS. And if I want to stop, I can just go ahead and click the button. And there, now it's stopped. And let me see video mode. I can go ahead and switch it. So video mode, photo mode. And I can just go ahead and capture the photo. So now down over here, if I go to Dashcam videos, I can go ahead and see all the videos, all the photos that were taken. And these would be the ones taken today. Yeah. And then I could see events. So no files available. Photos would be the photos I took recently over here. And then that's about it for here. Now what I can do with these, when I click into one of them, I can either go ahead and play it. And then I also have an option to download it. So I can download it and I'll go ahead and press cancel. And then here it tells me the date it was done, how long the duration is, when it started, and when it ended. And I can also go ahead and select a lot of these at the same time. Just go ahead and click into it, and I can either clear the selection, select all of them, or go ahead and delete it. And I won't do any of it, so I'll go ahead and cancel. And that's about it for that. And now for local album, I go to Rove R2 4K, and there's not going to be any files over here. So I'll just go back, and then same thing goes for the other cameras, as you see here. And now going into settings, these are going to be the same exact ones as on the Dashcam, except it's going to be on my phone. So I do like the fact that I can just go ahead and change it on the phone a lot easier. Instead of having to scroll with that button, I could just go ahead and click any one I want. Now when I click the three dots, it'll go ahead and bring this tab up, and I can go ahead and edit my profile. I can change my name, my last name, my email. I can go home, which would just be the live video feed. I can switch camera, app feedback and bugs, join the Rove community on Facebook, update firmware, clear cache, user manual, about Rove Dashcam, and sign out. So what you're looking at now is going to be the 4K footage, and this is going to be the third Dashcam I've tested out, and so far this is going to be the best quality that I've seen. Now, as far as color goes, I will say it is a bit on the dull side, but nonetheless, I'm still able to read street signs, I'm still able to read license plates when I take still images, but of course, it's going to be a lot easier to detect the license plate when the car is stationary. Now, nighttime is when things change a little. The center is going to be nice and bright, but as you look on the outskirts, it's going to be a little bit darker. But nonetheless, I still can go ahead and make out the silhouettes of the trees, and it's not like the image is washed out and unusable. Now, there is going to be glaring that I didn't notice until I looked at the footage, and this kind of reminds me of driving with glasses. And it also didn't help the fact that I installed it a little bit too far from the windshield, and the windshield's kind of dirty. Now, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, there's going to be yellow text of the stamps. We got the Rove logo, the date and time, and the speed stamp. I went ahead and unchecked the GPS location stamp, but if you want to go ahead and include it, it can easily be found under stamps in the settings. If you don't want any of these stamps, you can go ahead and uncheck it. One thing worth noting is that the live speed and compass aren't going to be shown on the footage, but it is going to be shown on the dash cam. So when I went ahead and pulled out of my driveway, I saw I was going south, and I saw I was going 3 miles an hour. So overall, I think the Rove R2-4K is definitely going to be a solid choice if you're looking something easy to set up, something that feels like good quality, and something that's easy to use with the app. And hopefully this video gave you enough information to decide whether this is the right dash cam for you.